वी आर लाइव राइट नाउ. आई कैन देख लो एक बार अपने अपने एंड में गाइस कैसा चल रहा है सब. आते जाओ आते जाओ.
हाँ जी. यस.
आ रही आवाज देखो आवाज चेक कर लो सब लोग पहले. सबकी आवाज आ रही नहीं आ रही?
या. ऑल गुड.
ऑल गुड. वर्क्स. विशाल भाई
यस.
नहीं आई क्या वॉइस?
यप.
वर्किंग. सो हेलो एवरीवन. आई नो आज हम लोग बहुत रैंडम डे में आ गए स्ट्रीमिंग करने के लिए. इट इज नॉट अवर यूजुअल टाइम टू कम. अपन मोस्टली सैटरडे वैटरडे करते हैं. संडे वनडे कई बार. संडे मेन करते हैं अपन इस बार की सैटरडे स्ट्रीम करके अपन बोले कि आज क्या ही होगा, कुछ तो नहीं होने वाला, इतना बड़ा क्या ही हो सकता है. भाई बॉम्ब लिटरली बॉम्ब ड्रॉप किया है यूनाइटेड वालों ने. ओके एंड हम लोगों का बैकग्राउंड भी देख लो सब लोग अपने अपने आप. यहाँ पर ओसानी का देख सकते हो. यहाँ पे अटर वोक नॉनसेंस पीछे बैठा हुआ है. मेरे पीछे द रियल हाइजनबर्ग एंड द फेक वन. ऑब्वियसली यू गेट देम. एंड ये अपना चल रहा है. तो यस, एज आई सेड, द न्यूज दैट वाज ड्रॉप, द बॉम्ब दैट वाज ड्रॉप, इट वाज दैट एरिक टेन हैग has been sacked at last after so many trials and tribulations and so many news coming in. कभी ये जाएगा नहीं जाएगा, क्या चल रहा है, आखिरकार उसको सैक कर दिया है. आई नो यू नो. मैं पहले सबका इंट्रोडक्शन कराते चलता हूँ. ये तो हमारी एज आई सेड स्पेशल स्ट्रीमिंग है अपनी. सो दिस इज मी श्रीहर्ष. आई बीन ज्वाइंड बाय द फाइव मस्केटियर्स. तो हम लोग हैं यहाँ पे मितुल, विशाल, श्रेया एंड ओसानी. टू रियली इंपॉर्टेंट पीपल और द ओजीज भेड़ियाज एज आई से. हम लोग द ओजी भेड़िया हम लोग आज वापिस मिल रहे हैं. हम लोग का पुनर्मिलन है आज 1.5-2 साल बाद. So that is Pranav Bhai is here. Pranav Gulati, he's also a lifelong United fan. And we have Anvesh Agrawal. He's joining us from Pune, by the way. Anvesh. Hello. And Pranav is from Noida, as I said. So Anvesh is here. He's also a United fan. And this stream, you know, is specifically and much more specifically going to be concentrated on the reactions of United fans. How are they feeling? कैसा लग रहा है उनको, कैसे हैं वो, और उनको फीलिंग क्या है अंदर, क्या कैसी तितलियां उड़ रही हैं, क्या हो रहे हैं, उसके बारे में बात होने वाली है. हम लोग बात करना शुरू करते हैं. ओपन टू द यूनाइटेड फैंस. जो बात करनी है करो, शुरू करो बस. क्या है, कैसे है?
फर्स्ट डे एट वर्क. वैसे मंडे ब्लूज होते हैं यूजुअली, बट आज मंडे रेड्स हो रहे हैं, राइट? तो हैव टू से इट. Wearing black because for the black day in Premier League football, right? For the rival fans. Sadly, the unexplained thing has happened. Eric Ten Hag, भाई, I was like, मैं तो वापस आ रहा था घर से, of course, कॉलेज से, एंड मैं देखा कि इतने सारे ग्रुप्स पे टैग हो रहा है. I was like, no way, this is true, no way, this is true.
मैं तो सो रही थी भाई.
Damn man. Because I think in the last stream कल ही हम परसों बात कर रहे थे. We were saying, I think Shriharsh mentioned this कि West Ham या फिर इसमें कोई एक सैक होगा after this game.
El Saki को.
And yeah, El Saki. And we thought कि West Ham के ज़्यादा chances है instead of Ten Hag. But yeah, over to you guys, all the United fans. I'm here for just थोड़ा सा मसाला and tea.
I think one thing was very interesting that barely it was I think 1.5 hours that the sack news had come through, and already articles had come in that United players are not happy with the interim position for Ruud van Nistelrooy. And I'm like, yeah, I think it was Sammy Mopkel, whatever that guy name is, from the Daily Mail. I'm like, यार क्या तुम्हारे पास कोई जिंदगी में क्या काम नहीं है क्या कर रहे हो, क्या नहीं कर रहे हो भाई? अभी सैक हुआ है, तुम उसका एनालिसिस करो. मतलब न्यूज साइकिल की कोई समझ ही नहीं है भाई. अभी आज सैक हुआ है, आज पूरा दिन उसको न्यूज चलाओ, फिर अगले दिन फिर उसकी न्यूज चलाओ, फिर रिप्लेसमेंट्स के ऊपर 2 दिन न्यूज चलाओ, फिर बोलो कि भाई वो प्लेयर्स वो नहीं है, कि कहते हैं अनहैप्पी हैं वो. मतलब यार बेसिक जर्नलिज्म का एथिक्स है ही नहीं, और न्यूज साइकिल का भी मतलब अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं है कि यार मतलब सारी न्यूज एक ही बार में फेंक दोगे क्या? जितनी बकवास करनी तो बकवास ही है. तो यार मतलब स्पेस आउट करके कुछ हो ना यार. बिकॉज सी आई मैनेज कंटेंट ऑल डे, सो आई नो कि यार ओके अब ये कंटेंट हमारे पास 4 है तो हमें पूरा हफ्ता चलाना है. क्लाइंट को ऐसे नहीं कि पूरी चीजें एक ही दिन में चारों क्रिएटिव लो जी सर, सब कुछ पोस्ट कर दो सोशल मीडिया में. तो यार इट वाज रियली फनी यू नो कि यार एक इंटरिम मैनेजर है जो मतलब 10 दिन बाद वो चेंज हो जा रहा है, उसको भी कि प्लेयर्स आर नॉट हैप्पी. The only thing I just hope is that I mean, if there's not a replacement ready, at least we have negotiations ongoing, because otherwise this can become into a season where we'll be like 10th, 12th and just like meandering aimlessly. Because Ten Hag, चलो ठीक है, vision था, it could go on whatever his vision was, but at least there was some process behind it. But
Yeah.
Mittul Roy, तो nobody has signed up. He's not got his players. मतलब क्या है, investment
He
project है
handled
क्या नहीं?
PSV, right?
Yeah, he did. So उसको big stage पे मतलब assistant का job मिला है. But again, I personally feel like when this news broke, I was talking to you guys on the group as well कि it was not a good time to sack him. I feel sack करना था तो अभी 3 weeks पहले करते.
Tracks से break नहीं करते.
When we lost to Spurs 3-0, or
Correct,
you could have just given him 1 or 2 games more, because sacking at this point of the game left a very sour taste, because we were hard done by the refs, and then the players also didn't perform well. Manager की कोई गलती नहीं थी. So I mean, the optics matters. I know he was like a dead man walking, जाना ही था sooner rather than later. But I think a few people made that point कि there will be, I think there's a string of home games coming up, so they want to utilize this home run well. So yeah, well, whatever. But yeah, thank you Ten Hag for whatever trophies we won. I think we broke our trophy jinx.
हम लोगों ने अपने थंबनेल में लगाई है भाई 2 special trophies कि इसको लेके जा भाई 2.
So I mean it's good, यार. नहीं लेके मत जा, please. Let it remain in Old Trafford. I mean, yeah, whatever it was, I mean, yeah, he was a good cup manager, but unfortunately could not implement his style in the league.
I mean, just a quick note on that Ruben thing. I hope that this doesn't become a Ole saga where we appoint him as the permanent manager, because cannot have that with another club legend being dragged down media and fan bases. Just cannot have that. Coming back to ETH, so I am wearing this Chevrolet wala kit. This is my first jersey I bought as United, and the only reason I'm wearing is कि there is absolutely no difference in 2016 and in 2024. कुछ नहीं है difference.
खड़ा हूँ आज भी वहीं.
Legit that. This is the third time that third season में कोई manager sack हुआ है, and all 3 very different flavors of managers. We had a definite proven manager in Jose. 2 साल चला, third season sacked. Then came Ole. 2 साल चला. I would still say 2 साल चला because he got us third, he got us second, he got us to the Europa final. We didn't win anything, but he got us to a good place. And उस time में matches, actually, I think post Ferguson, the most I've enjoyed watching United play is under
Exciting football.
Exciting football is definitely under Ole.
He made Paul Pogba bearable for us, यार. Imagine.
5-0, 9-0 जैसे 9-1 जैसे scores लाए हमने under Ole.
Yeah.
That he tried, that didn't work. Now ETH, a new upcoming manager who is again proven in another league. He was, and the excitement of United fans when his name was announced was quite high, because we actually wanted a proven name, and ETH was a proven name who had that style of football that he implemented in Ajax. And we had a few players in Donny van de Beek back at United. And then the same saga continues. So, like at this point, I'm not even excited to think about Naya kaun aane wala hai, because I know this club is a graveyard for managers. What's the fucking point?
Yeah. No, it's right, yeah. Because even not just for managers, even we have seen over the years, hardly whatever transfers we have made, you can count on a single hand how many players have succeeded. So it's like a graveyard for even world-class players. And abhi to I think so United have quite run out of steam, because in near future, I can't see any top player, wanting to come to United just because of pay package. Because now every team can offer the pay package, but other teams can also offer like stability, better position. They have been doing well, like your cities. Even Arsenal have bounced back from their era, and with Arteta doing well. So it is pretty damning, and that was the reason why we went live. We were discussing that Ten Hag was sacked, and we were like, yeah, it was coming. But like we used to be excited in your 2016 and 17, so who's next? Like when Van Gaal was sacked, who's next? Because we knew the rumors with Mourinho and all. But now it feels like we have tried every type of manager.
Exactly.
As I was saying before the stream, that we have tried an ex-player. We have tried a proven winner, as you rightly said. We even tried Louis Van Gaal, who was also a proven winner but had a good World Cup campaign with Netherlands. We also tried Sir Alex's kind of recommendation. So I think we have pretty much exhausted the list of managers we can go with. And I think and what Pranav said, I would like to touch on that. The moment that they sacked Ten Hag now, it is essentially very symbolic of the mess that Ineos had to inherit from Glazers, because there were two things. When we won the FA Cup, the rumors were very strong that Ten Hag could be sacked by new management, because usually they do. But there were two very important factors, and these factors were not like one and one. I think these factors were like 1+1. First was obviously he won the cup, so there could be a bit scrutiny. Okay, why are they sacking? But at the same time, we didn't have anyone in that board position like your Wilcoxes, your Berada. No one was there. So no one. Dave Brailsford. I think Dave Brailsford couldn't have made that decision. It would have been very risky and the backlash that they could have faced just inheriting the ownership from Glazers. So yeah, it was pretty damning. I think what I mentioned in the group pre-stream was that wrong time, right decision, or right time, right decision. I think it was coming, but again, yeah, it could have been done during an international break. I think so. Previous international break, we had options like your Thomas Tuchels and all that, but now it seems like I don't think any permanent manager would anyways come. It has to be someone from the free agent list or something, or an interim. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, just in between, I'm just breaking the flow for the moment. Comment section, keep it active, keep it lively, keep commenting your thoughts. We'll be picking your comments from there onwards. Also सब्सक्राइब करते हुए जाना, अगर आप पहली बार इस स्ट्रीम में आए हैं तो कहीं से भी ऑफसाइड टिक्स को हम लोगों की पूरी डिटेलिंग आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन भी चेक कर लेना, उसमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं इंफॉर्मेटिव. अभी भी 9 गेम वीक हुए हैं, अभी भी ज्वाइन कर सकते हो आप हमारा FPL.
ये चलते ही रहेगा ये लाइन.
ये दिस इज अ 38 गेम वीक वाला प्लान है मेरा. But yes, in the meantime, yes, continue. Shreya, you want to say something? Yeah.
I wanted to say कि I think there are some good players यार United में जो अभी भी बच्चे हैं, like Amad Diallo, there is Garnacho. There are some players who can be molded with a good coach. So I think there is still some hope. I know they haven't been ticking well under Ten Hag, but I think some players है जो who can redeem themselves. I don't know much about Rashford can redeem himself or not, but at least I have that hope in Garnacho and Amad Diallo and Kobe Mainu, who's anyway a good player. When maybe even that guy comes back. Who's that guy?
Tyrell Malacia saying.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Lenny Euro.
Lenny Euro.
as well, yeah.
Someone who can actually probably play Zirkzee as a cam and not a second striker. Maybe use him
Ishwar
as a
Dana.
So I think that फिर भी there are players, even though it's a graveyard for a manager, there will be something or the other that will click someday. I know maybe not very soon, but like there are still players who can do it or who can turn around the situation. So that's what I feel as a fan. Obviously not happy with this because
हाँ मतलब चेल्सी तक रुक जाते यार, क्या मतलब इतनी क्या हड़बड़ी थी.
for us at all. अभी मरेस्का का
Oh yeah, next game is against Chelsea, right?
नेक्स्ट इज लेस्टर, देन आफ्टर चेल्सी. तो मतलब एक हफ्ते के अंदर ही है.
Prep time के मिल जाएगा.
लेस्टर के सामने वो यूनाइटेड जीत जाएगा.
I hope they do the manager bounce thing in Leicester and फिर like
आप तक saturation आ जाए, इतनी जल्दी saturation आ जाए. Bounce also happen for 2-3 weeks, right?
Leicester is that
भाई डेली मिरर की मानो तो 2
Leicester
घंटे
is
में
cup
bounce
game,
खत्म हो
right?
गया.
या Carabao game, yeah.
Leicester is cup. क्या about? Also, but it's very interesting because Eric Ten Hag ये बहुत ही specific players उठाता है. Like if the signings you see, it's not like कि every other club is linked with such players. If you see, बहुत ही selective particular players उठाए उसने. जैसे Zirkzee शायद एक दो और club से linked होगा. Lenny Euro of course Real Madrid and few other clubs थे पीछे. But if you see the style of players, it's more ETH based. क्योंकि थोड़ा Dutch bias भी है, या उसने पहले कुछ के साथ खेला भी है.
तो
So it
उसको
would be
अगर
interesting.
निकालना था तो खरीदे क्यों है?
पर एक बात ये भी बताओ मेरे को कि उसका स्टाइल ऑफ प्ले क्या था. मेरे को ये तो बताओ पहले, कोई स्टाइल ऑफ
वो
प्ले तो
United
बोल रहे हो.
fans बताएंगे. That is United fans.
Possession-based style of play, which
Yeah.
our players, like half of our players, still cannot implement. And uske signings, he themselves were so weak into it.
Exactly.
For example, like if you get a Pep Guardiola in today, hypothetically speaking, at Man United, half of our players will feel like they're like such amateurs, and Pep won't be able to. Pep won't finish fourth with this team. I can guarantee you top four bhi nahi milega, because certain style of play demands players who've been either in their previous clubs they've been playing or in the current setup they're playing. So I think at our club, when a reset has to be done, it has to be done from the academy level. Like now your Garnachos and Kobe Mainus, if you see them, Kobe Mainu, Garnacho, Amad Diallo, they're not nervous in possession. But these guys, your Bruno Fernandes is even nervous in possession.
Yes, 100%.
Rashford is nervous in possession. Onana, the very keeper that you bought, who was going to start from the back, who's going to start the attack from the back. He's nervous in possession. Harry Maguire is nervous in possession. Luke Shaw, again, not good. Diego Dallo filled with mistakes. So there
Diego,
is so
let's
many.
not talk about Diego.
बट एक बात मैं हाँ बोलो बोलो प्रणव भाई बोलो मैं फिर बताता हूँ.
Yeah, so it's just that when there's so many players inside the system that the manager himself cannot trust. I mean, clearly, like he can't even blame the managers before this one can easily blame Glazers and everything ki bhai funding nahi mili, support nahi mila, backing nahi mila. I think out of all the managers, he's got the most backing considering the style of play he had. Imagine we've had 13, I was reading a stat, 13 PL wins in the last 11 months for Man United. For a club like Man United, under Fergie, 13 PL wins for us used to be 4 or 5 months of work. Like from when this international break ends, from November, December, Jan, and he used to complete 13 wins. And now 11 months it's taken us and only to reach 13 PL wins. So I think the style was so dull. It was so people didn't know what to do. So yeah, had to happen.
Just a question in between that I want to ask that because Royal 36 का comment भी उसी line पे है, that is actually Aaron है, that is we a regular feature in our We Speak Football India group. उसका भी link है guys, description में पहुंच जाना, वहाँ भी बहुत सारा discussion होते रहता है. See Xavi, क्योंकि I know I'm jumping the gun as well, क्योंकि हम लोग इसके बारे में बात करते ही Xavi linked है, बहुत कुछ लग रहा है, शायद हो भी सकता है उसी वही next हो. अभी बोल रहे हैं प्रणव भाई कि पोजेशन बेस्ड स्टाइल है और उस टाइप के बहुत सारे प्लेयर हैं जो पोजेशन बेस्ड में हड़बड़ा जाते हैं और बहुत प्रोमिनेंट प्लेयर्स हैं, जैसे आपने बड़े बड़े प्लेयर्स का नाम लिया, रैशफोर्ड का नाम लिया, सबका नाम लिया. तो अब जब जावी आएगा तो जावी तो टिकीटा का पोजेशन बेस्ड स्टाइल लेके चलता है, वो भी फास्ट पेस्ड है ना, जिसमें आपके बड़े से बड़ा प्लेयर, अच्छे से अच्छा प्लेयर भी थक के चूर हो जाएगा जितने पासेस वो करवाएगा आपको, जितना वो घुमवाएगा. So, do you think that appointment is going to have a positive effect in this team, in this setup with this number of players, और इनको फिर से अपना बैंक का जो वो ताला है वो तोड़ना पड़ेगा और उसमें फिर लो बेटा साइनिंग मारो, क्या चलने वाला है मतलब?
जावी का सबसे पहला तो I'm not even going into the footballing details. I'll just say this, ETH का pressers, we know how bad they were. Now coming to Xavi, when Xavi left, he had this specific statement that the club fans and the media is very restless and they are attacking me, and that is one of the reasons that I'm leaving.
Exactly, yeah.
Spain में अगर वो आदमी, he's a Barcelona legend, if he's saying कि वहाँ के fans and media is restless, United में English
imagine media, yeah,
United fan base and a non-United coach who probably, I'm not entirely sure how much English Xavi speaks anyways. Main problem
That's the thing.
No, I personally feel no. I disagree to this because I personally feel that for Xavi, when he's at Barcelona, the standards are extremely high. Number one, because every season they want a title. United doesn't want a title every season. United hires you as a manager for at least a 3-year, 2-year project, and then we'll see if we want to sack you or not. Like United fans have been some of the most patient ones. I mean, if say Ten Hag was at Chelsea, it would have been sacked 5 times at least.
At least.
At Chelsea, at Tottenham, at Man City, everywhere. Yeah, so United fans have been patient. My only problem is that I feel this Xavi thing, I think just because I think his wife posted a story on Instagram, kid wearing a United shirt. I personally don't believe in it. I think वो जो क्वेश्चन था श्रीहर्ष का रिगार्डिंग कि वो पोजीशन बेस्ड, तो उसका इट्स इवन a level above what Ten Hag has. I think he'll have to take some bold calls then, which some of us have been demanding for so long. Ki chuck out Harry Maguire, chuck out Rashford, but out with the old, in with the new. वो वाला हिसाब किताब, chuck out Lindelof. He'll have to be ruthless. I mean, he'll have to be ruthless. He'll make some unpopular decisions. He'll make the dressing room unhappy. He's known for raising academy players well. So that's one very plus point that Ten Hag is also known. Credit to Ten Hag. He's blooded in a lot of young academy players. But the point is that with him, it's gonna be like one day we're gonna be very good, like 4-0, 5-0. The next day we could end up losing 4-0 as well, because the team, someday they'll click, someday they won't. So yeah, long-term process hi hoga. Xavi will get something that he's never had before. At 2 seasons, you just build. You don't do anything. You just quietly build and just and then we'll see where we're at. So it could work, but again, if he comes, I mean, I still feel I would give it like 20-30% chance only he's coming. If he comes, you're going to see a lot of outgoings from Man United. Like the old players, I know Ten Hag cleared out a lot of dead wood, but more will be cleared because Xavi, he doesn't waste time on these things.
Yeah.
I just had one. Anvesh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, go for it.
No, I'm actually going to ask question. I'm only here for reactions. I'm not going to give any opinions. मेरे को question पूछना था, but पहले तू बोल ले, उसके बाद बात करता हूँ मैं.
नहीं, मतलब I would. First of all, I think I would echo what Pranav said. I don't think Xavi is happening. It's like all just rumors, and you will see a lot of rumors coming because if, like, in terms of players, if Kante covers 97% of Earth, 100% is covered by United transfer rumors. So, but Xavi is, I don't think so. There are links, but I think those were raised by some journalist in Barcelona, and I don't know how reliable that. I think it was Relevo or some outlet. I don't remember. So, but I would side with Bishal on this because what I feel is कि Xavi, he's a good coach. He would bring, I think, youngsters up, as Pranav said, but at the same time, there will be a lot of pressure because even a man like Jose Mourinho and all other managers faltered under the pressure of just sitting in the United hot seat. I think it will be too early for Xavi at a club like United. I'm not saying he can't do it in the Premier League. He can certainly, but I think at United, the pressure is like just another notch. And it's not a disrespect to any other club. I'm being very honest because at United, even the media will be against you right from day one. Even Rude hasn't even stepped in, hasn't even taken a session, and you are seeing Daily Mail and everyone's bashing that Rude is like fans are not happy. So imagine what would happen with Xavi. I think the players are not built for that level of tiki-taka, honestly, and I think it would be a waste of time, I feel, because even the fans who are very patient, I'm seeing even those fans are now rooting for someone to get them the results. And I think with Xavi coming in, I don't think a lot of fans would have that patience that, okay, you can go another 4 months without winning or just seeing like glimpses or anything. So that would be, I think it would be a very high risk. Like Xavi personally would be high risk.
But don't you think that's going to be the case with any manager that comes in? Because
yeah, sir, certainly.
Any manager except one. Gareth Southgate.
But no. But मेरा यहाँ पे एक problem है. Southgate के बारे में हम लोग भी कुछ देर पहले बात कर.
I can bring my background like this. Yeah.
तो मेरा Southgate का ये सीन है कि भाई ठीक है, वो कुछ नहीं लाता क्लब में, वो कुछ नया, कुछ पता नहीं करेगा, क्या करेगा. हमने देखा अभी उसका इंग्लैंड स्टेंट है ना, कुछ मतलब बहुत ही वो बोलते हैं ना कि कुछ था ही नहीं, फ्लेवर ही नहीं था फुटबॉल में, ऐसा टाइप का फीका. बट भाई एटलीस्ट ही वाज डूइंग गुड इन टूर्नामेंट्स. He's a very good tournaments. भाई आपको सेमीफाइनल फाइनल तक तो पहुंचा रहा था वो.
ETH रख लो.
हाँ. 10x there.
तो वो तो आपका that is what he was also doing.
England also wasn't able to win Southgate.
Yeah. Also,
also good. He was saying he was hard to beat in Europe. He was sending comments like, "See, we are so hard to beat in Europe."
अभी बोला उसने.
So we have a version of Gareth Southgate already. Why would we take a lower version of Ten Hag? Makes no sense.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, Anvesh,
in Southgate will be उसका hair है उसमें बस. Otherwise, it's a down.
Actually, a meme when that Malaysia will be so surprised when he comes back and sees a manager with hair.
Yeah, that Captain America meme when he in the first movie. He comes back and sees, oh, New York is built. Oh my God, what's happening? Even Lenny Yoro, he was signed under Ten Hag and he will play under a different coach. So even for him, it's like.
I also
Also,
feel that Xavi would not be the right choice for United. It would be like a break case for both, like for United and even for the coach himself. Uska career jo rise pe hai. I think like someone mentioned in the panel, right? Ki they need more ruthless decisions now. They need someone jiska has some dominance in dressing room decisions. I think for that you cannot bring Xavi because Xavi is still making up his career. You would need someone who is on the experience line. अगर आप उस
I can
philosophy पे जाते हो.
wait. No, wait. I can understand Mittul your Allegri propaganda.
यार मैं वही
Let me cook. Let me cook, guys. Great in leagues, great in cup games, right? Absolutely amazing in defense. We had the best streak of defensive performances, right? कि आपका Onana will become Buffon. So if you want to feel that, और आपके सारे strikers will become right backs, CDMs, बढ़िया. So if you want that, I think defense is the best attack. So you can go for Allegri. He is he can shush a lot of big players. उसने किया है. उसने कोई प्लेयर को निकलवा दिया. He sold some player to your club.
मितुल तू पक्का उसका मैनेजर वैजर तो नहीं है ना, उसकी बुकिंग तो नहीं लेता ना भाई? तू पहले बता दे. मतलब ये क्या तरीका है भाई? अभी एक प्रॉब्लम थी कि आपके कम से कम मैनेजर मुंह चोदी नहीं कर रहे थे आपके बोर्ड के साथ. अगर ये आ जाएगा तो कितना बकचोदी करने वाला है पता नहीं तेरे को. मतलब ये तो दूसरी प्रॉब्लम खड़ी हो जाएगी पोस्टेकॉग्लू के सामने.
You need results, he'll give you results. बस वो है कि कोड उठा के फेंक के जाएगा. After he won't be shaking hands. That's something you have to deal with.
him getting a red on the first game is high.
That with Jose.
तो बट अगेन हु आर द आइडियल कंटेंडर्स? क्या लगता है इतना खराब मार्केट, इतना गलत टाइम में आप लोगों ने सैक किया है? हाँ यहाँ सानी
भी लिंक हो रहा है, वो जुलियन नागल्समैन भी लिंक हो रहा है.
He'll not
वापस.
leave.
Exactly. Why on
Why
earth
on
will
earth,
he
yeah.
leave? Will he leave Germany to coach United?
हाँ
See,
क्या
the fair
रखा
point
क्या
here
है?
is every one of us would prefer Nagelsmann, but it is very highly unlikely. That's the case.
I mean,
Yeah,
I would
Outcome.
it is highly unlikely. Yeah.
But why?
But at this moment, there is no
Zidane?
manager
Zidane? Why not Zidane?
और भी
Yeah,
पागल
See,
है.
Zidane won't. No. Zidane is not happening.
not even
Yeah.
interested in coaching, yaar. Let alone Man United. He's not even interested in
Yeah.
coaching.
You know,
He's living
Zidane
his
wouldn't
life.
even take an effort to learn English to reject us. He will directly put it in Chat GPT and send the verdict. I'm not interested.
I kind of feel कि ये थोड़ा सा Tuchel announcement से interlinked है decision. I think कि वो they thought कि 2-3 जो names है hot prospect, they were trying to look at it. इसको लाए या ना लाए या इस पे pressure बनाए कि offer दे, and then one of them signs for England. So they thought कि अब और लोग ना जाने लग जाए, so let's at least get rid of the sack. Just
Guys,
saying.
एक wild card name फेंको. I mean, I personally am against it, but I'm surprised
Yeah.
his name has not come up. I think it might Mauricio Pochettino.
Oh,
बट अभी तो उसने लिया
But
है
because-
क्या बोलते हैं
because-
यूएस वाला रोल.
But
Yeah,
because he's out of all the people who are available for a job, he's the one who has wanted the United job the most. Like,
I actually would love it, but I don't
and
think he's
personally,
coming.
Yeah.
there are it's like, one side of me says no, definitely it's not gonna work because I've never been a fan of Pochettino. Other side of me, it's like कि यार season anyways, it's like gone down the
But he
drain
just took the
already.
job, no?
Take
Turn
it.
out.
How many months has it been?
2 months, 2 to 3 months. जून में लिया है हमारे यहाँ छोड़ने के बाद.
हाँ तो ठीक. I mean,
सही महीने है,
ठीक है, but
3-4
but then at the same time you've seen Spain Julian Lopetegui also leave it, and there have been managers who've left jobs, but I can guarantee you if somebody gives him a phone call says कि United job is
You'll
available,
consider it.
he
Yeah,
will
he'll think about
leave any job in the world because he's tried. When Jose was
Yeah.
sacked, that time he wanted it. When this
Ole.
guy Ole was sacked, then also he wanted it. So I mean, it's been so many times where he's like legit been ki okay, sign me up. He was ready to leave PSG and everything. Ki मैं सब छोड़ छाड़ के I'm coming back. But then I mean I don't know, managers didn't go for it.
Okay, before
Yeah.
we move ahead, let's take a few comments.
Yeah, sure.
So Rual36 says that Xavi can play fast football that doesn't depend on possession that much. He does need good wide carry players. Does Man United have such players? To be honest, I don't even know what players Man United has and what can they deliver at what point of time.
That's also true. Yeah.
Dalot was the player of the year last season for Manchester United apparently, and we have seen what he's been doing this season.
Yeah.
So we don't know what United players can do.
Van Bissaka was still, I was seeing him on the other side of the pitch. I was like, why have we sold this guy?
I
was so
not even
sad
good.
yesterday seeing
Makes no sense.
Van Bissaka. I was like, yaar, what the hell did we do? I mean, he get 25 million, this and that. How much was it? 20 or 25?
20. I mean,
20 something like that, right? So I was like, yaar, I mean, we need a full back and we don't have a fit Luke Shaw. I mean, our romance with Luke Shaw is not going away. The guy's not fit, yaar. Ship him out. Ho gaya. No. He's like another Anthony Martial. I mean, he's just there. He's going to complete 10 years at the club. Like, why?
Yeah.
Sachin Rana says right decision, wrong timing. We already brushed up on it.
Yeah.
Roll 36 says Carlo will be sacked at the current rate of performance at Real Madrid. If United can hold on till Jan, then maybe Carlo will be available.
Oh, come on. Please.
सपने दिखाना ठीक है भाई, बट ये तो अलग ही है भाई.
सपने देखना अच्छी बात है, पर सपनों के लिए
there is a bigger probability of Jurgen Klopp coming to Man United than Carlo Ancelotti, It's that improbable. Please, yaar, please. I mean, that guy, he's going to retire, he's going to enjoy his life. Why will he come here in this shithole? It rains like 8 days out of 8 days a week, it rains. So why would he come here?
If you're talking about hopeful, Mohammed Bilal is even more hopeful when he says management could try for Xabi Alonso, fully back him, but all depends on what happens at Real, but could give it a try.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. He waited for Leverkusen, stalling Real Madrid offer not to go to United. I think that would be very
But मेरा
stall किया था Real Madrid offer because I was waiting for United job. That would be funny.
मेरा ये कहना था कि यार ये कितना गलत टाइम हो सकता है. मतलब अभी 2 महीना पहले इतना एक्टिव था आपका, क्या बोलते हैं, मैनेजर मार्केट. यू वर हैविंग सो मेनी नेम्स. राइट नाउ यू आर रनिंग आउट ऑफ ऑप्शंस कि किसको लाए. वो भी फिर यूनाइटेड का फिर जो है कि यार यही प्लेयर्स हैं. मैं ना अभी विशाल लेट मोर कमेंट्स आप ले लो. मेरे पास एक अभी क्वेश्चन है, मैं पूरे यूनाइटेड फैन से ही पूछूंगा कि उसको कैसे आप बांटेंगे. बट कमेंट्स और कुछ लगता है आपको?
एक और मैनेजर
मोहम्मद बिलाल ने लिया, थॉमस फ्रैंक. This was actually in contention.
So, horrible in defense. No.
Yeah, so I mean, if you see Melissa Reddy's tweets, she has said that there are some managers in contention.
Melissa Reddy knows as much as you and I do, Bishal. She is literally the most ill-informed journalist about United. She just has her contacts inside Liverpool.
Yeah.
Tell me, how many of these so-called journalists knew about Ten Hag sacking coming? Literally, it came us as a shock. Like,
वो 200 feet wall बना है ना?
In the Glazer era, the news used to be out a week ago, but now they just nothing goes out. Like, it's
I mean, literally, like David Ornstein tweeted it, and 2 minutes later there was a club statement as well. David Ornstein confirmed it. I would rather say Fabrizio tweeted it and then David Ornstein confirmed immediately.
I was checking the timing also.
It was very quick. Yeah.
I got to know about it. I didn't check any Telegram or WhatsApp. I was randomly checking Twitter because I was in I was in my office, and randomly I saw like 1 minute ago club statement and Ten Hag's photo. I'm like, fuck. This guy's gone.
I mean, one thing has changed under Ineos, if you guys observe. Abhi club statement, you don't see the corner flag. That's an improvement. You see the face of the manager. Club statement.
That corner flag is that football manager template, na? Wo to
but the thing is कि it's actually like normally कोई ना कोई ऐसे float करते रहता है, हाँ sack हो जाएगा हर loss के बाद. This was so surprising. किसी ने float तक नहीं किया. Nobody had a whiff of it.
Exactly.
I am kind of happy about it that things are this way. I'm happy about it. Things are this way at Man United.
Even after the match, there was like
no noise. There was no noise at all.
Yeah. Like अभी 2 week पहले हुआ था ना, जैसे like कि everyone is in the house, सारे आपके board members are there. चल रहा था कि he might get sacked after this game.
हाँ
तब चल रहा था. There was a buzz, but
चल रहा
nothing
था
happened.
2 हफ्ते पहले 3
Yeah,
हफ्ते
and he even won that game. I think Ten Hag won that game.
Yeah.
So
उसका वही
yeah.
था, वो
buzz went
थोड़ा
off.
लाइफलाइन
Brentford
उसको मिल
वाला.
जाता था, एक आधा गेम वो जीत जाता था, थोड़ी लाइफलाइन मिल जाती थी
So
उसको.
wait,
Like I want to.
have one more question. Do
Yeah,
you
I
guys
also have.
do you
Go on
guys
first.
think ETH knew या उसको just बोल दिया?
नहीं, he must have known. He must
I
have
think
known.
so. He knew. He must have known. Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he must have not known that if I don't win, I'm gonna get the sack. I
Yeah.
don't think he must have known that. He must have known that they are looking
हाँ.
for someone behind my back. But I'm just wondering, yaar, yesterday's game could have gone so differently.
Correct.
Had we won 3-0, I'm pretty sure they would
ये
not
नहीं
have
होता.
sacked him.
या
Yeah.
ये नहीं होता.
I mean,
हाँ.
यहाँ पे तो what I feel is personally कि this decision was already made. I don't think the timing of it is
हाँ,
very wrong.
हाँ.
I don't
Timing
think
is
this
wrong.
decision
Decision
was
was made.
made कि Omar Barada rocked up in the meeting room and said, "अच्छा West Ham से हार गए, let's sack him." I think this was made way earlier when you were seeing
Yeah,
rumors कि
yeah,
they are not
yeah.
happy, they are not happy. But it's just कि timing clashed with
I
what
mean,
happened after West Ham.
for the
Yeah.
management, I guess this was the perfect time to pull the plug. Ki ab, like nobody will, even get angry or something.
It's
It'll be
much
perfect.
like the Tuchel sacking, where it
Hmm.
didn't make sense to sack him at that point of time,
Correct.
but it is understood that the decision was already made. So that
I was actually, मेरे को क्या लग रहा है यहाँ पे ऑब्जर्व करके, इतने देर अपन ने करीबन 40 मिनट की स्ट्रीम अभी तक कर ली है, और इसके हिसाब से मेरे को क्या लग रहा है कि विशाल, अन्वेष एंड प्रणव आर लाइक द मतलब क्लब रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स, और हम लोग पूरे क्वेश्चंस डाल रहे हैं एक दूसरे से, ऐसे थ्रो कर रहे हैं, तू बता, हाँ अब बताओ क्या है, हाँ अब बोलना इसका क्या निकलेगा करके, ऐसा चल रहा है यहाँ पे हम लोग का conversation.
Shreya, if you would have had this stream last season, the amount of energy we had and the clashes we had in the
Yeah.
group, you would have
Would have
actually had a popcorn moment.
मैं
Ab we are
अभी-
all done.
मैं सर
All
मैंने
of us literally, you
हाँ.
can see like 90% of United fans I know, everybody is so tired. Like they don't even take an effort to argue online ki who's good, who's not. Manager gaya,
it's
it's
only
fine.
the influencers or the YouTubers who are actually making money from United content who are bothered enough to show, क्योंकि उनको दिखाना है.
we are
तो
also
have to
we
sell
know we
content.
also want to make we also want to make subscribe for that. बट मेरा ये कहना है कि अभी मैं ये वाली बात बोलने वाला था. लास्ट सीजन सम इंटरनल क्लैशेस हैपेंड इन बिटवीन. अन्वेष एंड विशाल आज अग्री कर रहे हैं उस चीज पे. लास्ट ईयर ये लोग एक दूसरे के पीछे डंडे लेके खड़े हुए थे. आज इन लोग, आई वाज लाइक कि मैं इसको बोल रहा था, भाई इसको तुम लोग कहीं हिस्ट्री कहीं कैलेंडर में लिख लो भाई, ये दिन है मालूम. इन लोग कभी एग्री नहीं करते, बट आज एवरीबॉडी इज एग्री कि हाँ ठीक है.
It's just tired. It's apathy.
Yeah.
The term is apathy. We can't be bothered enough to think कि अच्छा ये हो गया तो अगला क्या होगा, अच्छा ये हो गया बहुत.
You're
I was
probably
True.
I was
Yeah.
watching
Believe.
Chelsea game on split screen yesterday. It was that bad. I was that confident of us not winning. I was watching Chelsea game on split screen.
How did you
One
like
screen
it?
I had. What?
How did you like the game though?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, Chelsea
It
game
was
was.
good, yeah.
That was actually a good
It was
game.
an-
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
an dude, that Cole Palmer pass was so good. I mean,
Yeah.
at least you see one or two good moves ना. यहाँ तो यार खून एक तो जल रहा था पहले कि गोल नहीं हो रहा, ऊपर से that refereeing call, I'm like, holy shit,
Yeah, that
man.
was very bad.
Like
very
cursing myself,
Michael
कि why
Oliver
did I even
nice
bother to
support.
watch the second half? I should have just, like.
But I think for you,
Yeah.
United fans, like the sacking was kind of like a relief as well. कि हाँ भाई, at least हो गया.
No, we
Nah,
knew
nah,
it
nah,
कि
nah.
it's
Nah,
gonna
nah,
happen.
Man walking.
Yeah.
बट वही अगर
He
अगर
was a
अगर
dead
कल
man
का
walking.
गेम 1-1 होता.
Osani,
हाँ
when Ten Hag was about to be appointed, everybody was optimistic. I can guarantee you can hire any goddamn manager in the world. We will still not feel optimistic. The club will still be like, okay, ठीक है, manager है, कर ले जो करना है. I mean, I think this will be the first time, I think, out since Fergie, this will be the first time, I think, a manager will come and will be like, okay, whatever.
I agree with this fact. Matlab, if you'll give me even Pep Guardiola na, at United, we would
we
still be
know-
this face. We will be
Because-
poker face, bro.
Because now the thing is
Yeah.
that now United fans have realized that the problem isn't in the manager. The managers that have gone by, that is not the problem. The problem is the structure of the club and how our players are playing in a system. That system has, what Fergie built has long been, it's been eradicated.
Lost.
It's been, deep cleansed, and it's out. Like none of those traces of those DNA remains. One aspect of that, one sliver of that remains, and that's Johnny Evans. I genuinely feel happy for that guy when I see him play. I'm like, man, this guy through and through read pura academy life, pura junior career life, and still came back to play. And like that is the only person I feel I look at it and I have that one sense of okay, we used to be a trophy winning club when I see him. Otherwise, everybody is just like everybody's like looking at each other, and Bruno's always, shoulder up, what do I do? And
So, and that's something that Anvesh already mentioned, right? The thing is, the excitement was there because even when ETH was coming, it was something new that we haven't tried yet. Right now, whoever you bring, we have tried that flavor.
Correct.
Exactly.
yeah.
That is what I wanted to ask. Like ये follow up question मेरा यही था. Since you guys know it कि कब से हो रहा है, like since probably 2014-15 ये चीज चल रही है, right? And
Yeah.
you have tried so many different things. कुछ time तक you feel कि कुछ नया आया है इस team में. There is some new flair, probably new defensive formation, new players, coming up. But at the end, it becomes same. सबका same saturation and सब कुछ same आ रहा है. So if you guys have to, like suggest some ways, like what do you think is the right path now? क्योंकि आपने 3 साल के स्टिंट दे दिए, आपने 2 साल के स्टिंट दे दिए, आपने डच कोच ले आए, आप एक लेजेंड ले आए, आप एक एक्सपीरियंस ले आए, एक यंग ले आए, everything is done. So what do you think is the right path that United should take? Because at this point it's confusing कि कोई भी लाओ आप, you will feel कि oh, this is now the copy of that, like it's Mourinho 2.0 or it's ETH 2.0 or it's Ole 2.0. So how do you like find a way that can be sustainable या long run में सही चले?
Before Anvesh and Pranav pitch in with actual useful answers, my thing is दो एक तो भाई खोद के हाइना निकालो
I was going to say that.
खोद के हाइना निकालो और दूसरा ये मेडिकल टीम को सैक करो सबसे पहले तो.
And also ban United Tray of Twitter.
Oh,
And-
please, for the love of
God.
God.
मतलब जो आदमी ना कभी जिंदगी में बिलीव करे भी ना कि ऐसा कुछ चीज होती है जिंक्स विंग्स की ना, यूनाइटेड ट्रे साले हरामखोर की वजह से वो भी बिलीव करना
I'm
शुरू
just
कर दिया होगा, मालूम?
glad. I'm just glad कि I don't know United Trey. Otherwise, if you would have tweeted about me कि oh good to see Anvesh next day, I would have died already. You know, he's that kind of cursed. I mean, I feel sad for him. You know,
on YouTube channel. और next
Yeah.
day one report.
भाई to a point, I mean, we'll get to it, but to a point कि Vinicius का Ballon d'Or खा गया आदमी.
true.
Also, Pranav, you were saying something in between, हमने cut कर दिया था. You
Yeah,
said-
So
One question, please. Yeah, any answer? for
yeah,
that?
देखो, I'll firstly give a quick, funny comment. We needed some Liverpool and Arsenal fans on the stream to ask them कि भाई, how do you cope 30 years? कैसे करते हैं? When do you feel hope? When were you on that cycle when you had lost all hope? And then Liverpool fans especially, I want to like talk to them कि भाई, how was that 30-year journey? I mean, imagine an entire generation gone away, like not seen anything. But yeah, no, that's all joking part. But I think the real issue that needs to be taken care of is that we need a manager that can have a team at the youth level as well. And just like fans should not have expectations and start making those budget signings enough of this, please, 80 million, 90 million blockbuster signings enough. Like I was happy when I think Ineos said that the plan is to win Premier League by 2028. I was so happy कि like at least कोई कुछ realistically तो बात कर रहा है. Like every manager has come in कि okay, this season top 4, next season challenge for title. अबे नहीं होगा यार इतनी आसानी से. We need a proper, like a year or 2 years with young players, and please, I think we should put a cap, like self-imposed cap कि above 15 million players not allowed. Like क्लब पॉलिसी बना दो फॉर द नेक्स्ट 5 इयर्स.
पर प्रणव भाई, इसमें बात ये भी आती है ना, जैसे बीइंग पार्ट ऑफ द बिग सिक्स, हम लोग भी हैं, चेल्सी वाले भी, पर ये प्रॉब्लम होती है जब हम लोग किसी प्लेयर को साइन करते हैं उसका अपने आप वैल्यू बढ़ जाता है. तो चाहे उसका वैल्यू एक्चुअल वैल्यू 30-35 का हो, वो हमको तो 70-75, हम तो 115 में खरीद के आए भाई लोग. तो मतलब मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ.
और हमारे केस में तो we have faced United tax since even after Fergie left. Even during Fergie we faced United tax. It's not just कि Fergie left.
So you guys see one common thread that has been through all managers after Ferguson is that every manager has had at least one expensive mistake. Every single manager has had one expensive mistake. I mean, be it Ole, be it Jose, be it Ten Hag, everyone has had one very expensive mistake. Even Louis Van Gaal, he fucked up. He didn't pay that much, but at that time, the paying that kind of salary he did to Di Maria and Falcao was criminal. So, I mean, I think one thing this needs to be corrected right away from the next manager is that, bhai, hum salary nahi denge. If you don't want to come, fine. Let's become a Dortmund or a Benfica. Like, take a player for 20 million, sell him off for develop and sell him off for 100 million. I don't even mind becoming a feeder club if it gets us into the top four. But please stop making these expensive, ridiculous signings like Anthony for 88 million and whatnot.
I
Just
don't think that
Sancho.
was Pranav. I don't think that. I mean, what you're saying is absolutely correct. But coming back to reality, Manchester United is not just a football club. It's a business, and in that business, you need shirt sales. For those shirt sales, you need big name signings who will sell those shirts. You cannot. I mean, we as fans, maybe me, you, and which we can think, ki, हाँ, ठीक है, let's build, let's build. The majority of the fan base, they will not wait.
अभी तो
वही,
we've
हाँ.
not even talked about we've not even talked about that 75% of Glazers का share. I mean, what will happen of that? I mean, club falls further, then they maybe they still will be, for them, for Glazers, this is a very good opportunity because for them the club was going down the hill. Now they have a chance to they can rise their valuation again. Everybody knows they want to sell, but they haven't received the right bid. So
वही बात है ना, आप जो बोल रहे हो प्रणव भाई कि फीडर क्लब बन जाओ, तो क्या आपका फैन बेस इस चीज को एक्सेप्ट करेगा कि हम फैन फीडर, ये तो हमारा पर्सनल ओपिनियन हो सकता है.
यही तो बड़ी
हाँ,
प्रॉब्लम
बस
है
वही
कि
खत्म हो जाता है मैटर.
even for 2-3 years fans will not accept it, but वही बात है ना कि we are Man United, वो वाली चीज से when you don't,
वही बात, हाँ.
you've been sitting on that pedestal for far too long now. 10 years हो गए, you've not won a league, you've not won any major European competition, so please get off that pedestal. Although it will not happen, but at least that is the only way I see forward, where 3-4 years there's literally like shit signings and just academy players coming up. Like, we could do with some really, like a West
Smart
Ham
signings,
owners, Ham owners, that don't even spend money. So maybe that could put us in line.
And some of these are a little strange. Just say, for example, the striker situation right now, we are not okay. Last 2 seasons we have overperformed our XG, and this season the underperformance is like mind blowing. The way we have underperformed our XG. Where यहाँ पे you get in Højlund and the Zirkzee, good prospects, but they are not the players who will just आके ही आप इतना प्रेशर डाल रहे हो कि हाँ बस आप हमारे मेन स्ट्राइकर्स हो, आपको ही गोल मारना है. That cannot work. I mean, that's being unfair to those players. Telling कि बॉस आप हमारे स्टार साइनिंग हो इस साल के, हमारे ओनली स्ट्राइकर, आपको ही मारना होगा. That's extremely unfair to them. So for those positions you need some players, some experienced players who can lead the line. The idea always has to be, you get in, you have a senior player and you develop a junior player under him.
Correct.
That model is just not there. We throw a player under the bus कि boss देखो आप ही हो, अब देख लो.
Exactly.
आपको डेवलपमेंट का स्कोप हम नहीं देंगे. A Kobe Mainu should have been developed. A Kobe Mainu shouldn't have had to win all the matches by himself, whatever he did. He shouldn't have had to play all the matches that he did. Again, this is also happening at Barcelona, and Barcelona have faced the brunt of it with Pedri's injury, with Gavi's injury, with Ansu Fati, and the list can keep going on. Lamine Yamal, I mean, fingers crossed. I really like the guy. I mean, nothing big happens to him, but that's the trajectory that Barca have faced, and that is the trajectory that these United players will face. You are burning out. You're burning out Garnacho. For sure, you're burning out Garnacho. For sure, you have burned out Kobe. Kobe is injured right now. आपके पास and I don't know how it works, but every season we have a different set of players who play well, and the previous set of players who were playing well previously just decide not to play well anymore. Casemiro first season was absolutely amazing. Second season decided not to play at all. Onana last season, absolutely horrible. Right now, I would say probably one of the most consistent players in United. Eriksen, randomly, is currently, I would say, currently Eriksen is the best midfielder that we have right now. How does this work? Johnny Evans absolutely pulling a massive shift in the games that he has played.
Yep.
Why are these players randomly coming up? And the players who were probably in form, again, Diego Dallo, player of the year last year, I cannot stand the face of him right now. I cannot.
Martinez's form has dipped. Lisandro Martinez,
Martinez's
can you
form
imagine?
is absolutely killing it.
Yeah,
Martinez-
Licha was good, no? When
Licha
he came.
Even Bruno has also been going down.
ब्रूनो भाई
Yeah.
पिछले 2 सीजन से ना वो मतलब वो ऐसा हो जाता है ना कि वो ही बिकम्स अ लाइबिलिटी उसको कैरी करने का कई मैचेस में तो एकदम
It was just, I think, lockdown Bruno which was there. After that, he has gone.
नहीं.
उसके बाद भी उसने शो किया है
4 seasons. Bruno का
make risky passes, but अब तो ज्यादा हो गए हैं. पहले ये होता था कि लास्ट सीजन तक भी he will make 10 passes, उसमें से एक excellent beauty ball होगी and that will give you an assist. But now what is happening is he's not getting those assists, so his problem is getting exposed.
By the way, last season was his highest goal scoring season for Man
He was
United.
good last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He
you
did
know
score goals.
where my 2 cents on, so going back to the original topic where you said ki what next for United. So I think going back, I would have a mix of what Pranav said and what Bishal said. What Pranav said is not necessarily a negative ki United being a feeder club. By feeder club, so feeder club doesn't mean ki okay, you're buying a player, you have to sell him in 1 year. That's not a feeder club. Feeder club is basically a club that can develop the players to reach a level where even those players don't know that they can reach. At the same time, we know United is a shareholders structure. You cannot keep shareholders happy with having very, mediocre expectations as well. I think the middle ground for Ineos here would be to make smart signings, but at the same time set an expectation that just have a consistent team that can at least finish in top 4. I'm saying don't even go higher than third. I'm saying just finish in top 4. If you keep that expectation along with mixing it with having your smart player signings, then I think that would be great, because in that case United will get its revenue. It can slowly build up, and now we are talking about Man United. If it was a Dortmund, Dortmund sometimes have an obligation to sell players because it's a club, they cannot exceed what they are earning and what they are expensing. But at United, if we get to a point where we are being that consistent club, then we can bring in the factor that we are Man United and we can hold on to players. So I think a middle ground would be the realistic for expectations for.
Now,
Ineos.
see the worry
Yeah.
that I have about top 4 expectations, Anvesh, is that Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal have become a class apart, completely class apart. That leaves Chelsea, Tottenham, Villa, Man United, Newcastle, everybody fighting for that 4th place. And even in that race, we are very far behind. So I feel even this season, whoever new manager comes, even for him, top 4 is like not like it's not achievable. Top 6, yes, but top 4 definitely. I think at least
Not
for
this season,
me,
at
whoever
least, yeah.
comes, top 4 is gone, because top 3 is already sealed. We already know what the top 3 is going to be like. So remaining 4th, I think Chelsea now, with Chelsea finding good form recently, I think they become the favorites. Then Aston Villa under Emery are so shrewd. They're so, they don't give up so easily. They're still 4th on the table, if I'm not wrong.
They're top of the UCL table.
Yeah, UCL, they're tops. I mean, they've got some fabulous players, man. I mean, and I don't know how we will manage
So
top 4.
let's try to actually wind it up, because this conversation will keep on going on and going on. So let's try to wind it up. हम लोग सोचे थे 30-35. हाँ,
One
Vishal.
point I missed.
Yeah.
What also needs to change is the scouting team.
Yep.
Scouting team definitely needs an upgrade.
And medical department.
Medical
Strong
department is
coach.
तो पहले बोल दिया पूरी medical करो.
Yeah.
But scouting needs an upgrade. We need to identify better players.
हाँ.
That was something that we have seen United do. United has been a team which has developed players. We have stopped doing that completely.
Correct.
Scouting has been absolute haywire. So you have the structure in place now. Finally, this season, you have the proper footballing structure in place now. So make those structures. It should not be the manager signing anymore at all. It should be the manager tells the management
Right, yeah.
if type के players चाहिए, then the scouting goes ahead and tells the DOF. The DOF takes the decisions along with the manager on what are the things.
Correct.
Like
Yeah.
what City is doing,
The
for
way
example. City is
forward.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now,
दो
yeah,
कुछ है ना.
yeah, Vishal.
Just a few comments that have also come. United fans be like, here we go again, says Mohammed Bilal. I mean, yeah, it's like
Here
that
we
first
go
time.
again.
Both United Football Club says we got ETH sacking before GTA 6.
वो तो होना ही था. इसमें नया वो तो होना ही था ना मतलब.
just बोलना है, तो बस बोलने के लिए बोलता हूँ.
You know, this comment would actually be very good if United reappoint Ole as interim manager. Then you can say, oh, we got Ole back before GTA.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
But we can say that for वो Fergie अभी वाला Ferguson को निकाला, उस पे बोल सकते हैं कि Ferguson out.
और
of
बोले भी
United
लोग, और लोग बोले भी ये वाला चीज कि we got United sacking not from his मतलब वो वाला, but again ये वाला बात बोले भी eventually बात. But yeah.
Not
Guys,
even
one quick
honestly,
question.
like,
One quick question to Bishal and Anvesh. Just a yes and no, okay? Kiran McKenna, yes or no?
no.
No,
Anvesh? Okay.
not
Yeah,
yet.
right,
Not yet.
Continue.
Okay. Yeah. मैं पूछने
Not
वाला था
even
वैसे इसके
Forest
बारे में,
like-
but हाँ.
Nottingham Forest till I die says first Baldy sacking of the season. Not only first, this is the first PL sacking of the season.
Yeah.
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 हम लोग को लग रहा था वेस्ट हैम वाला निकल रहा है, नहीं तो साउथहैम्पटन
नहीं.
जाएगा.
The only reason for this. Yeah, Vishal, go ahead.
This, Wolves guy.
Wolves guy, हाँ.
Correct.
Gary O'Neill, yeah.
Yeah, and you know the only reason why United manager is the first sacking because Watford is not in the Premier League. Other-
और sure वरना अभी तक तो उनका अच्छे हो गए होते.
अब तो we would have been fifth sacking. That too at a second club. वही.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vishal, more comments anymore?
नहीं.
No. We are
So
done. Thank
just winding up में बस एक ही क्वेश्चन के साथ, क्योंकि बहुत सारी चीजें इंटरलिंक्ड है. ये सीजन भी अभी तो चलना ही है, अभी आधा भी नहीं हुआ है सीजन, है ना ये. और मतलब तो मैं सिर्फ यूनाइटेड फैन से पूछूंगा, बाकी सब भी अपना ओपिनियन दे सकते हैं. व्हाट इज द रियलिस्टिक ऑप्शन और एक्सपेक्टेशंस दैट यू हैव विद यूनाइटेड दिस सीजन इन ऑल कॉम्पिटिशंस एंड एज पर एवरीथिंग, क्योंकि अब तो ये मैनेजर चेंज हो गया. आपको क्या लगता है कहाँ पहुंच रहा है आपका क्लब अगले 8 या 9 महीनों में, जब तक ये सीजन खत्म होगा? क्या लगता है कहाँ जा रहे हो आप लोग? ये सीजन का बताओ, इसके बाद का मैं बताना. इसके बाद का अपन वी विल हैव अनदर स्ट्रीम, हो सकता है जब आपका कोई नया मैनेजर फायर होगा तब हम बात करेंगे उस दिन बैठ के, उस दिन वाले स्ट्रीम के लिए. अभी के लिए ये बताओ अभी आप लोग कि इस सीजन का क्या लगता है.
Pranav.
Okay, I'll start. This is going to sound very funny, but now I'm going to look at Carabao Cup and Europa League more seriously because the league is done for me. I think it's too far away. कोई point ही नहीं है. Whoever comes, please, like I'm going to be actually watching the Carabao Cup and the Europa League games with more interest than the Premier League games, because Premier League for me it's done for this season. So that's my only expectation, a deep cup run in either Carabao, FA or Europa League. That's the only expectation.
Anvesh?
I mean, for me, I have to see because I feel like Europa League is also very tough because we are already very. But I think we might get qualified. I haven't looked at the table because I think we had a lot of draws. But yeah, I think it's the same. I mean, it's very hard. For me, it would be a very boring answer because, you know, we don't know what's going to come next, who is going to come next. So it's very tough to say ki what we should expect in league. League to chhod do. I think the most boring answer would be obviously cups. That too is not easy because now you don't just have to face a City or a Liverpool or an Arsenal. You guys are also good this season. And by you guys, I mean Chelsea is good, Aston Villa is good. So it's going to be tough for us even in cups. So I think expectation is cups. I would go with the same answer. Yeah.
Bishal?
I would say, I mean, I'm not even putting it on the manager, but just the quality of players. Okay, if you have, I don't know what is going on with them right now, but just the quality of players that they are. And if somebody can pull up one-off performances, I would say cup games, yes, that are more important right now. League, I would still think United should get top 8, as in the conference position. Although, honestly speaking, I would absolutely love if United were out of Europe next year.
Wow. Not even conference.
Not even conference.
I'm kind of, I would not vouch for that because I would want our young players to get developed and, you know, more game time. I think it's definitely for a, like if we were like say a top 4 challenger or a title challenger, that's a different thing. But
Hmm.
no,
But
I would
then we
definitely
need a
want
manager
most.
who is willing to do that, because ETH wasn't
ETH
as
was
much.
willing to do that. No,
We played first team for everything. We almost played first team for
yeah,
everything.
but with ETH, you have to realize the reason why he was in the job for so long was because of his cup runs, cup
Yeah.
performances. Na?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
हो जाता पहले से हो जाता. Any of us who wants to predict for them? मतलब आपको क्या लगता है आपके हिसाब से?
I want one more. I have one more expectation. I want
Yeah.
I want a win, like a good, proper feel-good win against the either of the top three, which is Man City, Liverpool, or Arsenal. I need one win out of all these three.
Okay.
Like
Not
a
sure about
feel-good win,
us.
that 2-0 win right before lockdown happened. Man United
Yeah.
2-0 at home versus Man City.
The last match.
Oh,
Or maybe that 4-3 Liverpool win that we had last season. Everybody was like, yeah, got crazy, and we're Man United fan. Like something to feel like alive and be associated to the club. So if we get one win out of any of these three clubs in the PL, not in the cup, because cup, both teams play half of their teams and you don't even,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
one win against these three clubs in the PL, I think not too much to expect, but if we get it, that's going to be like fucking
will be,
amazing.
yeah.
That day we're going to be trolling everyone, You can troll us for all the season.
अरे अभी आप
but
लोग
that
ट्रोल
night-
किए हो सर, अभी आप लोग ट्रोल किए हो. एक आप लोग क्या FA कप Carabao क्या जीते थे उस दिन, इतना माहौल बना था हम लोग के ग्रुप में, अपन लोग जो बात कर रहे थे. तो आप लोग का भैया आपका फैन बेस तो मतलब खैर. बट एनीबॉडी
अब तो that energy is also gone. अब तो हम जीते तो भी will not post anything. We are sucked out of all excitement.
Yeah. As a football observer, just because we're just wrapping up, last few questions, just what do you us guys think, who are the observers here?
I am going to predict Eden Terzic to United. ऐसे.
The Dortmund
Terzic.
coach.
Dortmund guy, yeah.
Ex-Dortmund coach,
Helped them
yeah.
reach the UCL final.
I would want Sam Allardyce, man. Take Sam Allardyce.
What?
भाई वो पिच पे मर
Get back.
me.
Roll it back.
You know, सिद्धांत if 2 weeks और रुक जाते हैं हम टेनाक के लिए, तो फिर वो सैम एलरडाइस आ ही जाता है वैसे भी.
बन चुका था हाफ, तो वो
16 to
अपने
21
island
that
से
is
बन
his
ही
sweet
चुका था
spot.
वो. Sam Allardyce बन ही चुका था
If we lose against Chelsea and Everton and this thing, another team win their matches, we are 16th. That is the sweet spot, Sam Allardyce.
Yeah.
or we guys are not even considering the Everton manager, man. Route 1
Exactly.
specialist.
But
Why
if
are
you
we
were
not
considering
considering him?
8 fingers
Who
without
did?
Utter
woke
woke
nonsense.
nonsense. Yeah, that utter woke nonsense guy.
I will dance on the streets if we get him. Chalo, just for the bands. I want them.
पक्का प्रॉमिस कर, तू सारे तेरे से लिखवा लेता हूँ मैं, बिल्कुल नाच तुम्हारी जानता भाई.
Just for banter, I
I
would.
will be the proof. मैं वीडियो निकाल के भेज दूंगा यार.
ये हुई ना
You know,
दो साल से बोल रहा हूँ मेरे को Sean Dyche चाहिए.
if that happens, I will bring Osani with me to a studio or some wall which has bricks, and I will click a
Bahar.
photo like this. For sure.
Definitely we'll wait for it. So I guess ये हमारी conversation थी. आज हम लोग
रेडी
यार श्रेया, हाँ क्या बोल रहे हैं?
इसका आंसर तो रेडी है, एलेग्री.
हाँ मितुल तो एलेग्री बोल दिया, but as an मतलब I get it.
I'm
Yeah.
saying all the viable options you have shown, उसमें तो सबसे ज्यादा competent वही है, and he is very good. Like
ये देखो
I told him,
लग तो रहा है वैसे.
not marketing. See, it would be disrespect for Allegri joining United, so I don't want him to join and get ruined there. But yeah,
You know,
I'm
Mittul is right.
Mittul is like first बेचता रहा when it's getting serious. Oh नहीं
Yeah. But I think Bishal said na कि we have tried every manager. Mittul is right. We have tried a bald manager, but have you tried a bald Italian? No. You haven't.
Oh, yeah, that's a new variation, I must say. So with this variation, and we will actually look forward to it. Thank you very much, guys. पहले तो Pranav and Anvesh for joining in. I know this happened all of a sudden, but thank you very much for giving us your opinions. We were actually looking forward to it. विशाल तो था ही, वो तो देता ही अपना ओपिनियन अपने को, बट आप लोग आ गए तो आज और अच्छी कन्वर्सेशन हुई खुल के. थैंक यू वेरी मच टू अवर ऑडियंस हु एक्चुअली वॉच दिस स्ट्रीम लाइव. इतने मतलब लगातार 7 से लेकर 10 तक का बना हुआ था व्यू काउंट, तो अच्छा था. आप लोग देखे, आप लोग कन्वर्सेशन किए, हम लोग भी बात किए. सो ऑल्सो ये स्पेशल स्ट्रीम थी. हो सकता है एक आध कभी और भी हो सकती है बीच में, यू नेवर नो, कोई बड़ा आदमी अगर सैक हो गया तो हम लोग उस पर बात करेंगे. Thank you very much for joining in to our viewers.
I was just thinking about that.
What? What?
ये देखो
I said Maresca sacking पे करे.
Even I was thinking, everybody was thinking like Chelsea is only 3 losses away from like Rose supering up again. 3
मेरा फोटो यहाँ पे लगा के मेरे साथ बात करना.
श्रद्धांजलि श्रद्धांजलि स्ट्रीम
किसी को
करेंगे.
बुलाओ ना बुलाओ, प्लीज इनवाइट मी एज अ न्यूट्रल, आई वुड लव दैट सीट.
Definitely we have noted this thing if this happens and I hope not but तब हम बात करेंगे. तो thank you very much. पहले तो happy Diwali सबको, जो भी festivities, have a great
Happy Diwali to the
guys.
panel and everyone watching. Happy
Yeah,
Diwali. Guys.
happy Diwali. We'll be back possibly for Sunday. I guess we are doing a watch along stream for England. So England बोलता हूँ, United versus Chelsea. So please do join in उसमें. और thank you very much. Have a great week ahead. Bye bye.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.